Hi, my name is Jessie, and I'm going to be talking about today's discussion, pretty much discussing a little bit about the API that I'll be talking about throughout the class. And since I will be creating an application that will be powered by SoundCloud, the SoundCloud API. I will be introducing you to the to that API today. And first thing is first. Here we have the website for SoundCloud. And for those of you that are not familiar with SoundCloud, they are a web application where users can upload and share their audio files with their fans, family, and friends naturally. But pretty much what you do is you record your audio files and share it in this web application. Basically, is what it is. And my intention is to use their API to power my application. So their API documentation can be found at SoundCloud at the developer area, and that would be at developers.soundcloud.com, as you can see here. And once you're there, the first thing you need to do is register your application by clicking here at this tab. Once you click there, it'll take you to this page to register your application. If you have an account, naturally you don't have to re-register it, but if you don't have an account, you will have to register by creating an account in order to obtain access to the API. So you will need to name your application and click register. If you already have a SoundCloud account, you can just click register, or just go to the account that you already have. I already have an account with them, so I'm not going to go and re-register. Okay, so I already have an account. They once you have an account, they provide you with a client ID, which by all means is an API key, which is required to make calls to the API. Okay, so that's really, really important. Very, very important. Once we have that, everyone, then we're able to go and make calls to the API, make API calls. Let's go and click here on the tracks, and after clicking on tracks, we see the results from the API, and you can see what happens, that we get the from the API call, we get the results, and right below examples we get a listing right below the example of the properties that is available to use within that application. Okay, and that can be naturally different types of properties, ID, title, URL, artwork, release, the genre, the duration. So it depends on what properties you want to use. It's pretty interesting. Now let's go to the console to make an AP request, and when you go and click on tracks and you click on get, you have to wait a little bit and it'll connect for you. And here we have the results. However, we have to point out that this is not the correct format that we're using for our application, for the application that we're utilizing here. So in order to fix this, we need to change this here at top to XML, and then click again get to connect, and we'll get the results for the proper format. There we go. That is much better. And that, my friends, is how you make an API call. I sure hope you've enjoyed this and have learned how to make an API call. If any of you have questions or comments, feel free to post that in the discussion for me. But again, this is how to make or introduction to API calls regarding SoundCloud, which is where I will be retrieving my API from in my project. And this has been a discussion with Jessie Pena. Thanks for listening.